Good boy. All right, so now we're gonna go into our other cues. So the next one I wanna start with is stay. So stay means to freeze. It means do not move until I release you. So when we were at the mall and I was asking him to stay, he could hold his stay for a little bit, but not too long because distractions were very high. And you know, that kind of environment was so new to him that there's just all kinds of things going on. So I didn't expect him to hold a long stay. I thought he actually did really great for his first time there. But if we're training in my living room where he's used to training, I would expect him to hold a better stay. So when we look at stay, we have the 3 D's of stay. So we have distance, right? How far are we gonna get away? So if I'm working in really low distractions, I can get much further away. But if I'm working him, right, I took him to a baseball practice, right, lots of kids. So I did not leave too far, maybe like a foot or two would I get away from him. At the mall, I didn't get too far away from him. But in my house, I'm gonna add in more distance. So you have distance, duration, can he hold a 10-second stay, a 5-minute stay, a 1-minute stay? And we want to build that up slowly, what the time we expect him to hold it. And then distractions, just everything going on. So we have distance, duration, and distractions. And once you can master all 3 of those, that's when you have like an amazing stay. So I want you to keep working with him, keep adding in distance, keep adding in distractions, keep adding in duration, and that's how you'll get this stellar behavior. So things to remember on your stay is even if you go away, I always want you to come back to him and you come back and reward him. And we're gonna reward him a few times while he's in the stay position. So I will also always release him from the stay. So I'll say, okay, and pat my leg. So 2 pats and saying okay is his release. Good, are you ready? Okay, come, sit, stay. So our cue for stay is like a stop sign up here. Stay. So I'm gonna start out easy and I'm doing almost like a little box step. Just playing with the distance. Right, I'm getting a little further away each time, but coming back. So I'm gonna go ahead and come in and reward. There you go, good boy. After you choose, I'm gonna get a watch me, stay. Right, so I'm gonna go back out again. I'm gonna go a little further away. All right, so right there, he's like, oh, she's leaving, sit, stay. All right, so if he breaks his stay, so I started to walk into the kitchen, I go, oh, I'm gonna make it a little bit easier. I know we need to work on me maybe turning to the side and walking away quickly. So it's not like our stay is ruined, but I'm gonna go back and work on that. So stay, I'm gonna turn sideways. Yes, gonna come back, reward, right? Always gets the treat in the stay. Right, it doesn't matter what you do. The idea is that we're just changing our body position, that we're doing something different than just standing there, right? His job is to not move. If I think maybe things are getting too hard for him, I'll remind him to stay. I just don't want to be chanting it to him. Come back, reward. Oh, this good. Watch me. No, I'm gonna drop a treat. Good boy. Okay. He's like, I don't want. So I release him, so I'm gonna come pet him so he knows, Okay, good boy. He's like, I'm gonna hold that stay. I'm gonna hold it. Good boy. All right, so let's try to stay from down position. Sit, good boy. Down, watch me, stay. When we started learning down, he was doing great on the carpet. And then I tried to do it on my tile floor. And he was like, oh no. Ooh, no, he did not want to touch that tile floor. So had to go back and practice on the tile floor, practice on carpet. So we always want to remember when we're training, when we change up the environment, that makes a difference. So if he's having a hard time, just go back in and do baby steps and make it easy so that he can get it right, and then you build it up again. Stay. Good. So I'm gonna try walking out of sight for just like a second or two. We'll see how he does. So I'm really keeping my eyes on him so that if he gets up, I can quickly correct him. And when I say correct, I just mean saying, right, and getting him back in position. Good boy. Watch me. Stay. Stay. Good. So I went out of sight. I just went 1, 2, 3, and came right back in. Good boy. Stay. Good. So that time I did a quick 5 count down, and then I came back in. Good boy. Right. So we could just keep building that up. Okay. Okay. Need to work on the release. Okay, come on. You can get up. You can get up. Like, no, I got it. So the stay, just keep building it up. So I always think of it like I'm doing a test with the dog, right? I'm going, can I walk out of sight? Oh, I can. You get a treat. You pass that test. And then, can I walk out of sight for 5 seconds? Yes. But like say I walk out and I try to count to 10 and we see him getting antsy. I want to go back and make it a little easier, right? Build it up, baby steps. So good. So that is our stay. Let me show you touch next. So touch is a little nose bump to your palm. Touch is a way to get him to focus on you, to get him in close to you. It can be an alternative way to call him to come. So can't touch. You're not a stay. Come on. Touch. Yes. Good. Touch. Touch. Yes. It's funny. He's like, we can do it on this side. Good. Touch. Yes. Good. So it's doing much better when I put it, on my right side. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Good. So touch is a little nose bump. It's one we've played with a little bit, not too much. Touch. Yes. Very good. Very good. Good. So I guess let's talk about off. So if he jumped up on me, and I think y'all are kind of on the fence of like, we don't mind him jumping sometimes. So with little dogs, it's one of those things where it's like, if it's not that big a deal, we still want to teach them off so that, if he does jump up, if you say off, that he will get off. And then if you're like, I like it when you jump up on me and I can give you scratches that way, put it on cue, right? So your cue might be patting your legs or something like that. So I have just been working on him not jumping up. If he jumps up, I turn away, right? So that's easy. Just your body language can be like, nope, don't want it. So you move away. If he jumped on someone else, you could say, oh, off, right? And you kind of point away, point towards the ground. And acknowledge him sitting. So when he's just sitting and being good and just waiting, touch him, pet him, tell him how handsome he is so that he knows that, sitting is what we like. You can also practice being on the couch, and if he jumps up, point away and say off. As soon as he gets off, pet him, love on him.